He's one of the church's most beloved and popular saints. Tomorrow, people across the Diocese of Brooklyn and beyond will celebrate the feast of Padre Pio, and one man will honor him with a personal collection of relics of the Italian priest. Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti. Henry Voso's devotion to St. Pio gets stronger every day. You see, the lifelong parishioner of Our Lady of Grace says Padre Pio's intercession for him has been nothing short of extraordinary. And as Currents News' Jessica Easthope reports, he started to see the signs when he received a birthday gift that changed his life.
This is Padre Pio at his best.
Henry Voso never thought he'd live long enough to see middle age. So when he was given an unexpected 40th birthday present, he knew his life would be forever changed.
It was one of my few silent moments. Speechless. It's like part of me. Wherever I go, it goes with me.
Henry is legally blind. He started losing his sight as a teenager as a result of the neurological disorder hydrocephalus. On Saturday, September 23rd, Henry and Catholics all over the world will celebrate the feast day of Padre Pio. Henry will do it with his 40th birthday present.
This is an amice.
2 of Padre Pio's second-class relics.
I really believe the little eyesight I do have is thanks to him, because I'm not supposed to see at all.
At first, Henry, a fourth-degree Knight of Columbus, was given an amice worn by Padre Pio by a fellow knight 23 years ago.
The priest would wear this over the back of his shoulders.
When he got home to explore the liturgical vestment, he found under it a second relic, a handkerchief used by the Italian priest.
And then when I opened it up, the handkerchief was in there.
On the amice that Henry keeps in a repurposed box in his Manhattan apartment is Padre Pio's blood, most likely from the stigmata wounds he bore in the same places where Jesus was nailed to the cross during his crucifixion, a mystery that has touched his devotion for decades. Henry deals with a mystery of his own. His condition left him with no optic nerves, yet sometimes he's able to see.
One of the things that Padre Pio has brought into my life and kept it going is the big four-letter word, hope.
What Padre Pio means to him is something that's kept him going despite all the obstacles he faces.
Every day's a gift. Thank you, Padre Pio.
Henry will soon be entering into a clinical trial he hopes will help him regain his sight. He says Padre Pio will be with him. In Chelsea, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Pope Francis is in Marseille, France, fighting for migrants looking for a better life. French Prime Minister Elizabeth Borne greeted the pontiff. He also met with other political and holy leaders. And while speaking at the Basilica of Notre Dame de la Garde, the Holy Father not only stressed how the migrant crisis is an EU concern, but reminded people to treat others in dismay the way they'd want to be treated.
Let us learn from this case. Let us not allow a day to pass without remembering when we ourselves have felt it rest upon us. Don't forget closeness, compassion, and tenderness. Let us open the doors, not only of churches and rectories, but especially of the heart.
To put the crisis into perspective, in Italy, roughly 130,000 migrants have arrived this year alone. The papal plane touched down earlier today in Marseille. On board with the Pope, senior correspondent for Crux, Elise Allen. She joins us now. Hi, Elise.
Hello, Christine.
So, Elise, in the past, as you know, Pope Francis has called the Mediterranean Sea the world's biggest cemetery. Today, he held a memorial for the migrants and sailors who have died at sea, and he didn't mince words as he condemned some of Europe's strict anti-migrant policies. Tell us a little bit about what he said.
So you're absolutely right. The Pope didn't pull any punches when he arrived today. He's very clear right out of the gate in condemning what he called a velvet-gloved indifference toward migrants and refugees. And he criticized EU policies among some countries, including Italy, that will punish rescue vessels that assist migrants in distress at sea. Oftentimes, these ships that rescue migrants will be fined. If they try to dock, they will be refused entry into the ports. They're pushed back out to sea and often remain there indefinitely until somebody decides to take them in. He called acts like this acts of hatred against brothers and sisters. So he was really very clear in the message that he wanted to send.
He mentioned Italy 10 years ago. He visited the Italian island of Lampedusa to show his solidarity with migrants there. Just last week, more migrants arrived on the island than there are people who live on it. What did he say about the conditions the migrants are facing there?
You know, on his flight from Rome to Marseille, the Pope addressed this. You know, he said what migrants are facing on Lampedusa right now is a terrible lack of humanity, not only in the conditions that they live in, but also in terms of the attitude of other European countries, such as France and Germany, who have tightened their borders in the wake of this new migrant surge, this surge in arrivals. So he was really very concerned about that. And you know, that was his whole message today, was needing to view migrants as people, as brothers and sisters, and to remember that they're above all human beings.
Quite a message. Elise Allen, senior correspondent for Crux, thank you, and we'll speak with you again on Monday.
Thanks, Christine.
As we mentioned, Elise will be following the Pope all throughout his trip to Marseille. You can see all of her reporting on the tablet.org. Kids across the Diocese of Brooklyn will have some special homework this weekend. They're preparing for the Tablet Catholic School Fundraiser. Students at Bay Ridge Catholic Academy putting up flyers and grabbing their sign-up sheets, getting ready to sell subscriptions that will earn money for them and their schools. The fundraiser kicks off on Monday, and students are already excited to start.
So bringing out these packets, and obviously, I want to try my best to do whatever I can, basically.
We're really excited for our tablet fundraiser. It allows us to raise money not only for the Academy, but for our students. And it's always good to evangelize, and the tablet does such a great job communicating what our schools and parishes do across the diocese.
Bay Ridge Catholic Academy is one of more than 35 schools taking part in the Tablet Initiative. Each student and school will also compete for a top cash prize for most subscriptions sold. So if you want to show your support during this fundraiser, just go to thetablet.org/Catholic School Fundraiser. There you can sign up for a subscription with the school of your choice. A summit in Douglaston, Queens looked to the future of faith formation in the Diocese of Brooklyn. Bishop Robert Brennan invited the catechists from all over Brooklyn and Queens to the Immaculate Conception Center so he can outline the future of religious education and faith formation in the diocese. Bishop Brennan told the catechists they're on the front lines and called them precious commodities for the diocese. And that is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us, because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.